Good morning, guys. I have not recorded in so long. I think the last time I recorded, Bryson was a newborn and he's almost 2. And I don't know why, I just kind of stopped, but I wanted to get back on here because I was always the best version of myself when I was on YouTube, because it gave me a reason, if you will. But anyways, a lot has changed. I have a lot to go over and I'm gonna keep it to a minimum today because this is just like my first video back and I'm kind of getting back in the sway of things. But yeah, if you are still a subscriber and you haven't unsubscribed because I haven't posted in T-minus 18 months, thank you. And if you have never seen my videos before, then go ahead and subscribe. Today I'm going to be talking about ways to better myself because I've really been struggling for the past, I think it's been about 6 months. A lot in my life has changed and I'm not gonna get into it right now. I will eventually, but right now I'm going to keep it really personal and private for myself because it's still kind of hard to talk about. But I enjoy being on YouTube because I feel like every single day that I'm on YouTube, whether or not I have people that are watching or nobody's watching, it's still something for me to do. It's something for me to set my mind to. And I've been struggling a lot with depression and anxiety and a lot of fear for the past few months. And I just felt like it was time for me to finally come back on. As you can see, I am breaking out like a crazy person, and I'm assuming it's because of stress or some other things, but yeah, it is what it is. The first thing I'm going to start out by saying is this is going to be a really personal video. It's going to be me being vulnerable in all of the places that I never really was before. I mean, I got pretty vulnerable with you guys before, but I still kind of kept it to a minimum. But I feel like it will give me a lot of the relief and stuff that I need, because to me it kind of feels like I'm talking to a camera, but then also it lets me release everything that I need to release. So the first thing I'm going to say is I have struggled like a lot with my depression the past I'd say it's been about 6 months, because a lot in my life has changed. Like from the last time I recorded, full 180. Yeah. And so with the amount of drastic change that I had in my life, it overwhelmed me and it stressed me out, and I lost myself and I lost who I wanted to be. And I didn't only lose myself in like my mental aspect, but I lost myself physically, and I lost myself work-wise. I lost myself as a mom, and I'm just taking the necessary steps that I need to take to get back to where I want to be in my life. Depression is a serious thing, and I am here to talk to anybody who's going through it, because I have been going through it and it's been really, really hard for me. But I have taken the last week to kind of sit down and figure out things that are going to help me make me feel better. And one of the biggest things that I think is going to help me is creating a routine. So it is 8:30 right now in the morning. I got up at 7:30. I washed my face, I did my skincare, I made my bed, I cleaned my room, I brushed my teeth, I drank a big glass of water, and I did my hair. And I'm not wearing makeup right now because otherwise I would just break out even more. But I did my hair and I decided that it's finally time for me to make a video. So here I am. These are my goals for this month, and They may change or they may be modified a little bit, but as of right now, like, these are my goals. My number one goal is to find myself again. It's really hard for me to explain how far gone I am without, for one, crying. I'm trying really hard not to cry in this video. And for two, giving you guys all the details. I will be eventually, but the only thing that I'll say is there won't be an intro in this video because I need to come up with a new one, and you can take that how you want to. But I think that it's time for me to take the necessary steps to figure out who Zoe is, who Zoe wants to be, and make that happen. And I have been really struggling on how to do that because I'm just lost, and I'm trying to reach out to different like resources and kind of pull them in and take its like little bits and pieces from every single person. And it's been tough. But in finding myself, I think that it's important for me to be open and honest with myself about every single thing that's happened, everything that I've done, everything that I'm going through, all the things that I'm feeling, because how am I supposed to move forward in my life whenever I have all of these demons running around in my brain? So I think in the next video I will really come clean about every single thing, but this video is just like kind of getting back into it. Number two is going to be creating a routine. I think that it's really hard to find yourself whenever your whole world is scrambled, and being a mom and working at a full-time job and managing a household and everything that I'm doing is making it hard for me to find myself because I don't have any time for myself. So in creating a routine, I'll keep it super vague because I don't want it to be a super long video. But one of the things that I'm going to start doing is I'm going to wake up early and I'm going to take a few hours for myself. I'm going to journal, I'm going to stretch, I'm going to do yoga, I'm going to go on a walk, I'm going to do things that help me better me, physically and mentally. I'm going to drink lots of water because the skin needs it. And I'm trying to start at square one. My third goal is, it's going to be kind of hard for you guys to understand this one because you don't really know what's going on, but I'm going to forgive myself for the people that I've wronged, and I'm also going to make amends with the people that I've wronged, because how am I supposed to move on with myself if I haven't moved on with all of the things that are pulling me down? This video is really hard to make, wow. Number 4, I'm gonna stop beating up on myself. Every morning I'll wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, my skin is so gross. Oh my gosh, my hair is so gross. Oh my gosh, my house is so gross. Oh my gosh, like there's so much going on. I'm so depressed and everything like that. And I think that it's important that I don't let my depression control me anymore because it has been for so long. I've become a version of myself that I don't like to see in the mirror. And I don't want that for me anymore. So I'm trying to make a change. So every morning I'm going to wake up and I'm going to fill myself with daily affirmations. And I am loved is one of the biggest ones. I am worth it. I am beautiful. I have all the power in the world. Every single person in the world has the power to wake up and say today is going to be the best day. And I've never done that. I've just kind of let every single thing drag me down as the day goes on. And I'm not going to do it anymore. Number 5, I am going to throw myself into my job. The last time I was on here, I had the same job. I worked at a timeshare company as a marketing representative, and I was doing amazing. Of course, COVID has really hurt a lot of people and stressed a lot of people out, and lost a lot of people their jobs. And I was furloughed for a long time, but I am back. We are busy, and I have all the power in the world to make so much money and make myself happy with where I am at work and working my way up. And I've really let my depression control me and get the best of me. And when I'm at work, I'm not 100% myself, and I'm not exactly where I want to be. So another goal is to throw myself into my job. If I work a 12 to 8 shift, I'm going to go and I'm going to clock in, and I'm going to put 100% of myself into my job all the way until I clock out. I'm going to give 100% of myself because I know how good I can be when I'm at 100% of myself. And just because I haven't been there in a while doesn't mean that that's not an attainable goal. And that's a big one for me because I love my job. I have never loved a job more than I love this job, and I can't be taking it for granted. I can't be taking time to rag on myself when I could be bettering myself for my job. And for my babies. My babies deserve that. So that's another big one. 6, I'm gonna throw 100% of myself into my relationships. I'm going to be a better mom. I'm going to give Brinley and Bryson all the attention and everything that they deserve. I'm going to throw 100% of myself into my friendships. All of my friends are going to get 100% of me all the time. I'm going to throw 100% of me into my family. And I'm just going to make myself an all-around better person so that while I'm a better person, I am projecting positive vibes on all the people around me. Because just like when you put a rotten fruit into a bowl with fresh fruit, the rotten fruit is going to cause the fresh fruit to rot. And I strongly believe that that's something that works with relationships and friendships and people around you, is they're going to feel your vibes, especially babies. They're very impressionable right now. Brinley's 3 and Bryson's almost 2. And they feel my stress, and I can see that they feel my stress, and I have the most mom guilt for that. So I'm going to put 100% of myself into my relationships, friendships, being a mom, becoming a better person for myself, and just feeding my relationships with every single person in my life what it deserves and what it needs. Number 7, I'm going to become a physically better person. Like, physically, I'm going to, better version of myself. So I'm going to work out. I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to eat healthy. I'm going to get up and do my hair and my makeup every single day. I'm going to get up and put on an outfit that makes me feel good every single day. And I'm just going to push through all the feelings that I have trying to hold me down. If you have depression or you struggle with anxiety, depression, anything like that, you know that it's like a weight. It literally feels like a weight. Like some days you just don't want to get out of bed. And that's how I've been for a long time. But I'm taking it upon myself to say that it's my life and I'm going to live it the way that I want to. And I don't want to live it like that anymore. So I'm going to physically become healthier. Was that 7 or 8? I don't know. Next one is every single day I'm going to do something that makes me happy. I'm going to cook something new. I'm going to go on a walk. I'm going to paint my nails. I'm going to experiment with makeup. I'm going to play with my lizard. going to make a plan for YouTube. I'm gonna journal. I'm gonna exercise. Just something that will make me happy, because everybody needs a little serotonin in their lives. I think a lot of my depression has to do with COVID. I think a lot of my depression has to do with how much things have changed in the past 6 months. And I'm not saying that nothing's changed for the better. I'm not really going into it right now, but a lot of things have changed for the better, and a lot of things in my life are really good. But depression doesn't diversify whether or not you have a good life or not. It's a chemical imbalance in your brain. And no matter how hard you try, you could be the richest person, you could be the happiest person, and you will still struggle if you have that chemical imbalance. And I do. And so I am working my absolute best to make sure that I don't let it control me anymore. But doing something that you love every single day will give you a little bit of serotonin. And I strongly believe that when the sun comes out again and it's summer and I can feel the sunshine on my face, like, I will be so much happier. But until then, it's up to me to make these changes for myself. Number 9, I'm going to do something for somebody every day. Whether it's something as small as telling them that they look pretty or I like their shirt, to as big as loading their groceries up in their car because they can't, or something like that. I'm just going to make sure that I always do something for somebody else. And I think that in being selfless and giving yourself to somebody else and giving your all to somebody else, not only will you have good karma, but you also have that serotonin in your mind because you know that you made somebody else happy. Number 10, this is gonna be my last one, but I'm taking a break from social media. Aside from YouTube, because YouTube kind of makes me feel alive. It gives me like a purpose kind of thing. And I know that sounds stupid to some people, but for actual, like, people who do this as a way to help their depression, you'll understand. But I'm taking a break from Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. I keep Snapchat because there's a few people that I can't talk to any other way. And so I keep Snapchat, but I don't personally think Snapchat's all that toxic. But Twitter is the most toxic, and then comes Instagram, and I'm gonna delete Facebook because there's all of these people that are just mad about every single thing in the world, and you only see negative things. And how are you supposed to be happy when you just saw that a freaking puppy died on the side of the road or something? I just think that it's important to fill my mind with the happy thoughts and the happy things in the world and not the negative things. And that goes for deleting all my social media and throwing myself into ways to better myself for my job, looking up marketing tips and ways to better myself as a mom, looking up ways to play with the kids and like activities for us to do, and ways to better myself in my relationships, dates, and just going out and figuring things out and not spending money and filling my mind with the happier things in the world. And that's all of them. Well, for today. There's a lot more, and I promise in the next video I won't be so vague. There will be a lot of things that I kind of come clean with and I tell everybody about, and it's going to be really hard, but I think that it's important, especially if I want to keep doing YouTube and I want to keep posting videos and I want to keep doing what I love. I've taken such a long break from it. I think that it's finally time for me to start again. But anyways, that's all I have for you today. I hope that if you don't take anything from this video, at least take the affirmations. Tell yourself that you are beautiful and you are strong and you are independent and you can fight this fight, because those are strong words and they will help you in your everyday battle. And God knows life's a battle. But like Miley Cyrus says, life's a climb, but the view is great. Anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this video. I will be back soon, and the next video will be a lot more personal and a lot more in-depth this was just me kind of getting back into the swing of being in front of the camera, which was really, really weird. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.